As concerns ownership of property, especially landed property, the customary law position has been similar to that taken at common law, namely that a woman is an ordinary chattel and so cannot own or dispose of property. But gradually, this common law position was departed from, and the legislator finally enacted and commemorated the passing of the Married Women Property Act 1882, which states in its section 1 sub 1 that a married woman shall be capable of acquiring, holding, disposing by will or otherwise of any real or personal property as her separate property in the same manner as if she were a farm solely, without the intervention of any trustee. So today, not only is a woman allowed to bring property into her marriage, she can also acquire during her marriage and dispose of it as she deems fit. But despite this legislative enactment, traditional practices that undermine the rights of a woman to ownership of landed property in Cameroon are still practiced in many remote areas. In order to put an end to these practices and promote the rights of women, the Cameroonian government signed an agreement with the Association of Cameroonian Female Jurists through the Minister of Lands to tour all regions of Cameroon, sensitizing women on their rights to ownership of lands and property and how to acquire land titles as per the Cameroonian law. And that is why today, Tuesday, 12 April 2022, the Ministry of Lands, the Association of Cameroonian Female Jurists, the African Development Bank and PAMOCA, which abbreviates le projet d'appui à la modération du cadastre et au climat d'affaires, organized a workshop to deliberate on these sensitization travels by the Cameroonian female jurists, work covered, problems faced, and proposed solutions. This meeting was chaired by the president of ACAFEJ, Barrister Princess Kona, whilst the African Development Bank and PAMOCA were represented by Mohamed Kaoli, Mr. Wowe, and Salah. Also representing ACAFEJ were Justice Ayisi Ngono, an advisor at the Supreme Court, Madame Jomo Janit, Madame Kamdem Caroline, also known as Mami Nyanga of Manikawe and Franco Hotel, just to name a few, while Kiwo took down.
Thank you very much. You know, today we're very happy. The Cameroon Female Jurists, of which I am the national president-elect, we're very happy to receive the African Development Bank and PAMOCA, which is PAMOCA is the projet d'appui à l'amélioration du cadastre et le climat des affaires au Cameroon. You know, if you want to buy land in Cameroon, it's very difficult. Then how much more women? So women are suffering a lot. So since 2014, the government of Cameroon, through the Ministry of Lands, has signed an agreement with the Cameroon female jurists for us to go around, sensitize the women and so on, and their parents on giving them land, because women suffer a prejudice. When they are at home, they say they are women, they can't give them land. When they get married, they say, oh, you've just come and you cannot have land. And so finally they don't have land. And so we went around doing this sensitization. So this is the end of it. And so we have gotten in touch with our parents, the lamidos, the traditional chiefs, the elites, the senators, the government, all the administrators, and even the men profited more. And so we're very happy that people are now informed more about how to do their land title, etc., etc. And today the African Development Bank wants to know what next, and we are saying we have a pilot project which we are proposing for women in each region, and so we are happy to receive them and to hand this to them, and we're looking forward to going back into the regions to meet with the women. Thank you.
Avec l'appui de la Banque africaine de développement et le gouvernement camerounais, a réaliser des activités avec la CAFEJ, notamment l'appui pour l'organisation des activités de sensibilisation et d'information de la femme sur le droit foncier. Ces activités ont été organisées à travers la République, dans les 10 régions, et notamment dans les villes chefs-lieux de région. Et cela a été fait à l'endroit des femmes. Les résultats sont parlants, comme on vient de l'apprendre tout à l'heure. Et nous pensons que dans le cadre de la phase du PAMOCA, si jamais cela est acté, il y aura une activité à l'endroit des femmes. Merci.
Du projet, qu'est-ce que vous attendez? En cours de route, quelles étaient les difficultés? Et surtout, comment vous avez réagi à ces difficultés? Et quelles sont les recommandations? quelles sont les recommandations? C'est-à-dire, vous qui êtes mieux placé pour dire que, s'il y avait telle chose, je n'aurais pas rencontré telle ou telle difficulté. Donc vous êtes mieux placé pour émettre, pour formuler. Je vous remercie vivement. Et je souhaite maintenant que vous me gâtiez à votre niveau. À entendre un peu de votre bouche, un peu ce que vous pensez du programme. Quels sont les programmes rencontrés? Comment vous les avez solutionnés? Quels sont les problèmes en suspens? Voyez, sachant que dans le rapport d'évaluation, il y avait certaines...
So we are very, very sensitive and very touched by the fact that ADB, with the government of Cameroon, because 25 years ago, we wrote to the government of Cameroon telling them what we thought we could do for women in order for them to become, to produce in this country, for us to sell and have a better balance of payment. Because we're in the red, we are only importing things where we're not selling anything. Because over 50% of the population is not working, is not producing. And then we have been going up and down on our road. 20 years ago we wrote to them. Fortunately, one day, this gentleman, this handsome gentleman, Mr. Mirabeau, was sitting next to you, Mr. Consultant. He knocked on our door and said, look, the government of Cameroon has created Kamuka, and this is what is going to happen, and this is this. And since then, I will never forget this. I have learned a lot working with them. And the care and the love for their job and for the country, they directed, c'est-à-dire, maintenant nous comprenons, les Boko Haram est venu, ils ont ramassé nos filles, les mamans sont entraînées dans les arrêts. Maintenant, on a compris qu'il faut que les filles fassent l'école. Et maintenant que vous êtes venus, ça serait comme ça, et ainsi de suite. Parce que quand je suis arrivé, il appelait tout son entourage avec une seule femme notable. Et quand on a fini de parler, lui-même, il a pris la décision. En Gambéré, c'était extraordinaire. Parce que le gouverneur assis, c'est le président à coup d'appel, et les femmes, Kamoka nous a donné des spécifications, comme je disais,
il y a beaucoup d'associations. Et à la fin, même quand la bague est ici, il ne sait pas à qui ça adresse. Et c'est pour cette raison qu'on a créé le Mami Kaoui, le Mami Naga Women Entrepreneurship Network. C'est une association qui ne recrute que les associations, les GIC et les coopératives, que les femmes. Que les femmes. Et la devise de Mami. On va vous faire le paquet, hein. Vous nous visitez, on doit vous faire un petit paquet de souvenirs.
Ah bon?
Okay, no, you don't open this side. It's the other side. This is where you are.
You don't understand English.
After the Cameroonian female jurists had given a clear report of their legal sensitization visits or tours to the 10 regions of Cameroon, we moved to Franco Hotel, where most of the handworks of these women from rural areas are being exposed, as you can see from these images. To conclude, therefore, not only has the Cameroonian legislature provided laws for the protection of the rights of a woman as to the ownership of landed properties, there are organizations such as the ACAFEJ which are available at your disposal, so under no circumstances should anyone violate your rights as to ownership of landed properties. Thank you.
Ça, ce sont les biscuits qui sont faits à la base de manioc.
Manioc.
Oui, manioc, patate, farine de plantain. Et ça, c'est le riz traditionnel, le riz de ndop, que nous apprêtons comme en Europe. On met seulement dans l'eau.
Et le riz de Yaguayou?
Non, on n'a pas Yagua.
Oh,
ça, c'est
le meilleur riz qui s'est passé.
Il faut nous inviter. On n'a pas
ça.
Ça, c'est le poivre. Ça, c'est le poivre.
Le poivre de Penja. Tu as entendu parler, non? Labellisé Union européenne.
La différence?
C'est justement
l'emballage.
Et le poids aussi.
Oui. Bon, maintenant, on est encore en train de nous reconstruire bien pour le poids et tout ça.
Bon.
I love to mba I see you jimba vetata kitu boyo mba ade komu mba mo yellow no my eye Kigwara no omba, alotu omba. I see you were jimba, vetata kitu boyomba. Ade komu omba, mo yele wuno ma eye. Kisang mo very we are the for a me. I love do for a mo. I say mama wama, say mama wam. Jida line emo mama wama. You say gini say our long to me that worry. I feel them more than we. A mama more than we are. When we are wadumba, a tumba day. When we are wadumba, when we are